I feel like the loneliness, right? It's like epidemic of loneliness. It's just happening everywhere. No, it's not just Japan. I mainly focused a story based in Tokyo. The business itself exists in Tokyo. But for me, and then also reason why I, brought a character like Brendan Frasier's character, because it's happening not just in Japan, but everywhere.
Hello, and welcome back to The Director's Cut, brought to you by the Directors Guild of America. In this episode, a lonely American actor lands an unusual gig with a Japanese agency in director Hikari's comedic drama, Rental Family. The film tells the story of Phillip, an actor struggling to find work and purpose in Tokyo. After discovering a company that hires actors to play a role in real people's lives, he immerses himself in his clients' worlds and rediscovers purpose, belonging, and the beauty of human connection. In addition to Rental Family, Hikari's other directorial credits include the feature film 37 Seconds and episodes of the series Beef and Tokyo Vice. Following a screening of the film at the DGA Theater in Los Angeles, Hikari spoke with director Nicole Holofcener about filming Rental Family. Listen on for their spoiler-filled conversation.
Wasn't that a really lovely movie?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really lovely. And I found it such a surprise. I mean, the opening scene and Brendan Frasier's reaction at the funeral. I mean, what a reaction. It was really, really funny. And then before you know it, you're kind of crying, right? Which is kind of the perfect blend of movies. So we were just talking about how different it is to shoot in Japan and have a co-financing with the U.S. Searchlight.
Searchlight, yes.
And a Japanese company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole entire finance came from Searchlight.
Okay.
They were really brave enough to trust me with this film in Japan, which is they never shot anything outside, except for Banju's, a couple of years ago. Uh-huh. This is their first time shooting anything in Asia. So it was, I'm very grateful that they took a chance on us. Yeah.
But that she was telling me that, those big apartment buildings, that she had to get permission from every tenant to shoot in one apartment or two?
Yeah, one apartment. And then couple apartments to hold the cast, right, or, location, crew, etc.
Right.
But in Japan is it's very challenging place to shoot. What works here does not apply there. So if the neighbor said, you guys are shooting here? I didn't know anything about it, even though they knew. If they don't like it, they can say, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you have to listen to them.
You can't pay them off.
No,
like we
can't.
do here.
And then if you try to pay them off, I tried it once.
Yeah.
That person have to be a member of Yakuza. And
be a what?
Yakuza. Member of Yakuza.
Oh.
Yeah, like a mafia.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're like, well, if you're going to have money, how much you going to bring more? And we're like, well, we don't really have money. And the whole thing, and then just everybody came out. There's just so many nightmare stories. But for this one, there's a couple of scenes that I really wanted to use dolly or a crane shot. And that
how could you?
How could you? No, yeah, they're like, you can't.
You couldn't.
I couldn't. So even though they're supposed to be okay, they said no.
Yeah,
and that just
scary.
went out. So a lot of things that I still have a dream about. I'm like, that will be an amazing transition shot.
Don't we all?
That didn't happen.
Don't we all stay up at night?
Right.
Why didn't I? Or why couldn't I?
Right, of course.
Yeah. The shots of the buildings, I did notice a lot of through the window and out the window. Did you guys see that? Like everybody in their boxes. Even when it's satisfying and beautiful, he's still looking out the window.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we're all curious this happens? I mean, I've heard that people come to funerals to cry for strangers, right?
That happens in China, Korea, Italy, surprisingly.
Really?
That's like a common
the
thing.
wailing women in Italy, right?
Yeah,
Is that because they don't have friends?
No, because they want people to, like, the person whoever died, or is having a funeral for, in those countries, they just want to show how popular they were. So more people cry, like, scream. That means how popular, I guess, it represents the popularity in each countries, which is not a case in Japan. We don't scream. We're like very much like, holding back your tears. That's kind of our style.
But do people who are at the funeral know that half these people are crying fake?
Well, you just, funeral in Japan, you just don't know because you're just there, right?
Okay.
I think wedding is more popular. Wedding is like probably the most blooming business to have a fake guest so that it doesn't look like the part, it's filled, And then the real story is that the one girl, she was only had a single parent. So mom was the only person, but then she lied to a boyfriend or fiance or husband at that point.
You mean like the scene where...
Yeah, well, this is the real story in Japan, that people were actually hiring people to play the cousins and fathers and uncles and every single person so that she's just don't have one family, which is her mom. I don't know what happened to that, but those things happens.
It's amazing. Like, you're not good enough to just be a mom.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's lovely that he does that for the young woman. And of course, his first experience is so gratifying and positive and cheering him.
Thank you.
But the child, the situation with the child.
Yeah.
Does something like that, I mean, did you make all this up?
Well,
this is a good question, right?
No, those are great questions. I love it. So the rental family business exists since the 80s. And there's about 300 companies that provide similar services throughout Japan. And, one can be just renting a wise old man, and he only has like 4 or 5 older men to give advice to younger people, to renting a lap because somebody wants to just cuddle with somebody. So we have all these services, but rental family business itself is started in the 80s, and you can pretty much get anybody, whoever you ask for, you can get it. The story here is somewhat my experience, I would say. When I first came to America, I lived in Utah as an exchange student. So I was the only Asian girl for as long as I remember. And, the isolation at first, because you're only one, you don't speak the language, and you say, oh, hi, how are you? Hello. But then the people I met through that experience, it was just like such a profound, and they like became my best friend, my family, my host family. I still talk to them. I'm still close with them. Like I have 20 friends that are constantly talking. So, but I also learned the isolation, obviously. And then I wanted to kind of flip the idea. And then what does it look like if, American guy lives in Tokyo? I have a lot of friends who are expats living in Japan. And I've always heard their experience feel like an outsider, even though they speak the language. And,
were you as lonely as he was? Because that was so sad.
Yeah, it's pretty, And, but I feel like the loneliness, right? It's like epidemic of loneliness. It's just happening everywhere. No, it's not just Japan. I mainly focused a story based in Tokyo because of the business itself exists in Tokyo. But for me, and then also reason why I brought a character like Brendan Frasier's character, because that it's happening not just in Japan but everywhere, right? And how can we bridge those gaps, or how can we bring those people come close together? And I wanted to really ask the question or reach to the audience, say, if you feeling a certain way, like you are with Phillip or any other characters, then you could, you don't have to rent the people, or you don't have to work for the company, but you can find a connection through, reaching out to your friends. Because for me, friends or people you work with, becomes your family, right?
Right,
Especially a place like on set.
So often they stay friends with the people that they've been working
Yeah, absolutely.
with. Therefore, wow, like the child.
Yeah.
Let's talk about her, Mia.
Oh, yeah, Mia. Yeah.
How did you find her, and why is she so good?
Yeah. We auditioned her. That was her first time acting ever. And
You're a good director.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she came to audition. She was one of, we only got to see probably around 100 girls from around the world. I didn't want to be limited to Japanese and Caucasian. I just kind of open up to Asian, and half Caucasian, half Asian, as long as you speak Japanese. That was kind of the thing. And so we saw very many different girls, and then she came, and obviously she never acted before, so she was so nervous. But the way she listened, the direction to the way she was observing was just out the sky. I was like, wow, this girl really can listen. So when we start rehearsing, I just asked her, like, don't take any acting classes and just memorize all the lines, right? And then just all you have to do is listen and react. And really, that's all.
If only they all did that.
Yeah.
I don't mean in your movie, I mean in general. Yeah.
But she really, and Brendan, still, they're like, we're all so close. Brendan really brought her in, taught her how to hit the mark, because she didn't know what the mark was. So I was like, that's an Oscar-winning actor teaching how to hit the mark. That's kind of special.
Does she want to continue acting?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
She really likes, she really likes it.
And Brendan Frasier was just so good. So good. That face is just constantly like holding back tears.
Oh,
right?
Thank you. He really wanted to be here, but he's in New York doing his round.
He's doing his stuff. And so the little girl, the relationship between them, I really thought it was going to end terribly.
Right.
That this child could actually forgive him. Did you ever wonder, like, should I make this happen? Should I not?
Well, so little girl's story is kind of based on my story.
Wow. Do you want to go there?
Yeah, sure. I laugh about it. It's so funny though.
Okay.
So my mom used to lie to me all the time. And that was kind of one of my things. She cares because she lied because she cares. But she lied to me that my father was dead for a long time. And when I was 7, I found out from my neighbor that he wasn't dead. And then she told me, oh yeah, your father, sorry, he's that guy. And he phoned at the television, and it was very handsome guy.
And it was him?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It was this dashing, sexy actor on television who was like probably the most popular guy at that time. And I believed her for like 6 months.
Wow.
And I find out that he wasn't, right? He's half American, half Japanese. There's nothing half in me or quarter in me. And so when I find out, I was like, why, who is she, whatever. And she pointed television again. And it's like, okay, you're lying at this point. But from there, I just, being a single, I was raised by a single mom. And she was hustling. She was working hard. And, she just really wanted to protect me, right, from whatever the experience she had with my father, biological father. And she was like, am I giving you enough love? Am I, take care of you? Are you happy? And it was like, yes, of course. And, he wasn't a nice guy. So that whole experience kind of gave me inspiration that single parent or parents in general will do anything for you. And especially in the Japanese culture where everything is so determined as a kid, which I don't quite, know if it's a right thing or not, but, people.
They weren't your mom probably wasn't telling you, be a filmmaker.
Right.
Write script.
I know, right? She kept telling me though that when I was pursuing acting, that I should never be actor because I'm not pretty enough. It's okay, you're supposed to laugh.
Why couldn't she lie then? That's the time to lie.
Yeah, I know, right? That's a good one. No,
It's interesting,
okay, my love.
I just watched her other movie, and it's called 37 Seconds. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh,
it's amazing.
Thank you.
And a lot of that is based on lies as well. And that was a Korean movie, The Farewell. Was that?
Farewell
Based
was,
on a lie, right?
that was Farewell was Chinese American. Grandma was Chinese American. Yeah, Chinese American.
And so the lying is very much a part of Asian culture. Which is not the case here, but you can get good plots that way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Amazing on that.
I think the parent, like, from what I understand is, again, the family member wants everything, just makes the perfect scenario for your future or however you become. So, yeah, I guess it is. We kind of I don't, but my family
right.
quite
it's
a bit.
lot of pressure.
A lot of
pressure.
Yeah.
Maybe in like creative families, it's not as much driven to having, the perfect education.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. My family, I come from a very much working class family. My family owned a mill factory. I was, helping my grandparents in the factory ever since I can remember. So that has nothing to do with entertainment, right? I just kind of liked the performing arts and all these little drawings and such, and watching, Akira Kurosawa black and white samurai movie to Hollywood movies, from the 80s and 90s in back of my grandmother's tea shop. That was kind of my escape. And then I think that's kind of took me a long time to get here, but eventually got me to.
And you started with acting.
I start with, singing, actually.
Singing. Would you want to tell them the song you were singing? That was her. Second to last song?
The very last song.
The very last song.
Yeah, it's me and Young-si from Sigur Rós and Alex Summers, our composers, and me singing same verse for like 16, 17 times to get that 48 layers.
It's all you. That's beautiful.
Thank you. They're allowed. I don't know. They were so kind to allow me to sing. So I'm grateful.
What was I going to ask you? Well, everyone should see 37 Seconds, her first movie. If you like this movie, you will love that movie as well. The cinematographer, is that somebody you worked with again and again?
Yeah. We start working back in 2012. I was doing a bunch of commercials for Subarus in Japan. Subaru car commercials, yeah. Sure. And Takuro was that's how we met. And he was my DP for many commercials, and he did a short film for me as well.
That's great.
I made a little comedy. And we've been friends. We kept friendship. And this is the first time, obviously, the United States, the Searchlight coming to Japan. And he actually studied cinematography here in the United States. And he was a first AC for Lost in Translation for the DP.
Oh, really?
So he was running around Tokyo, and he knows so much about Tokyo because he grew up there.
That's great.
And I was like, I need to talk to him. And he's so busy always because he's shooting in Japan and he's shooting here, but just happened to be that 2 and 3 months he was available. So it was like a really blessing.
It's great to be able to work with the same person over and over.
Yeah, it was great. Fun, and we have such a, I call him like my brother. I feel like we're so close, and he knows how I'm very particular with the shots, and sometimes it's difficult to express what the shot you want, especially to a DP who has a lot of experience, and I get a little hesitate to request, but he's like, put it wherever. Here, do you want to operate? Sure, go for it. That's great. So that was really incredible. It's just nice to have somebody who understands my style of directing.
Of course, working with someone new can be daunting. Right? So I'm curious how your mom responded to this movie.
Oh, she loves it.
She does.
Okay, I took her to Toronto for the world premiere. We also went to London Film Festival.
Wonderful.
And, she's having a great time.
Good.
She's very. Yeah, she's like, oh, it's about our story, huh? Well, I'm not that bad person. As long as I'm not bad, it's okay. Yeah.
And the gentleman, the old man.
Yes.
He's a
Kikuo. Yeah, Akira
amazing.
Kimoto.
apparently he's a very big celebrity.
He is.
Very famous actor. Does everybody know that? I didn't know that.
He's a legend.
You two know everything.
Yeah, you guys know. Yeah, Akira is a I mean, I grew up watching him in the comedy too.
You did?
Yeah.
So getting him must have been huge.
Yeah, and that was his first time speaking English. So we had to audition him, which I was like, am I gonna audition Mr. Akira Emoto? And he was like, sure, I'll come in. And then he came in all prepared. And because he walks in and there's already presents, right? And I got so nervous during auditions, but he was so open. I was able to request certain adjustments, and he cried in the second time when he read the tree saying, because that was one of the things that I really wanted to see, if he can get there. And he was just really open. It was very interesting because Kikuo to Phillip to Mia to Aiko, everybody comes from such a different background. So kind of, working on set with everybody giving directions is so different. With especially somebody like Akira.
Did people have different styles? Like some wanted to rehearse a lot and some didn't?
I like to talk about the character a lot and backstory and where they come from. And sure, we rehearse a little bit, but this was, because Brendan had to speak Japanese. And
he learned how to speak Japanese for this movie.
Yeah. He
puts us to shame.
Yeah, I know, right? He put me in shame because I was like, oh my God, you can speak better than that word. I have an Osaka accent, and he learned the Tokyo accent. So you speak clean Japanese than I do, perhaps. And he took 5 months of Japanese class, and Akira also took 4 or 5 months of English class. And so we had a bilingual, the coaches, dialect coaches. So constantly shifting. For me, how the Japanese would be said, or how English and Japanese, how to switch is was important, because some Japanese can be very difficult to pronounce, and then vice versa. So finding the balance was, when to switch, when to keep it. That was.
You can't say that. You said it terribly. Say it in English.
Right, and then we'll switch it off. Right, I can't understand it. So I know you practice it, but let's switch to Japanese.
That's so
now we have to. Yeah,
you could do that.
Yeah, right. You
can't do that if it's just in English. It's like you just said that badly. Say it again in English again. Yeah, that was great that you could do that.
Yeah, and there, thankfully, both Brendan and somebody like Akira was so really open. Was like, tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Just let's do it again. So, and especially Brendan was that way. So I was able to fix it, and if it doesn't, we'll switch it over, and then we'll teach him. We'll memorize the English right there, and then Akira would speak Japanese. That way, the conversation flows better. And then at one point, we'll switch it back to what we practiced. So it was constantly, we're dealing with that every time. But somebody like them, they were so dedicated. So thanks to my team too for being there.
So
for me.
It sounds like it was a good shoot.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us something horrible.
Well, the weather is
weather.
Yeah, that's Japan is that year. We shot it last year, and it was a really cold spring, so the cherry blossom didn't bloom, and that was our thing.
They were all fake?
No, it did. We kept pushing the shoot.
Oh.
So we have to shift, we have to change the location, obviously. Okay, we were shooting this Saturday. Looking at the calendar, it's not going to bloom until next Saturday. So we kind of have to bring the schedule. Thank God for my first aid, my assistant directors. They were just constantly changing the schedules, and the final funeral with Kikuo, right, with the wheel funeral, the last one.
No fakes there.
No fakes there. So that day was supposed to be full bloom. So that was what we were expecting. And it was raining. And the first 3 hours of shooting, it didn't rain. And we started shooting outside. And as we started shooting, it was like, wow, I think it started raining. And then we couldn't get too close up. We start shooting wide. And then we couldn't, So we shot everything again from the beginning. So the first 3 hours just went out the way at the door.
God, how
And
frustrating.
then now we are like, okay, nobody has umbrella. Go buy umbrellas. Like get 1,000 umbrellas from like near convenience stores, and just everybody bring it in. And I just wanted to make sure that Brendan will be able to see. So he's tall, and we're like, get the clear umbrellas so we can see everybody. And
I loved how he was so much bigger than everybody in the subway.
Yeah.
Big American.
Yeah,
I
totally.
love those scenes.
Yeah.
You're allowed to shoot in the subway?
We rented a couple trains.
Oh, you did?
Just the tracks. And then how many? 2 hours? I think we had 2 hours one day. I can't remember. Traveling to towards the end of the movie, when we're traveling to the island, we had about like an hour and a half to shoot everything. It was very quick. But for everything else, all the train scene, we had 1 day to shoot. So everything you saw was all shot in 1 day.
How quick was the
15.
shoot? How fast was the shoot?
Well, we shot about 2.5 months, like 50 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to shoot in Japan. Wow.
Are you sure about that?
No. But wow, that's a lot of days. So I guess the budget was handsome.
Well,
Searchlight, thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I think what it is that in Japan, because Tokyo is really tight, right? If you do 2 different locations, it takes about 3-4 hours over 12 hours to do a company move.
Wow.
If you're gonna have everybody. So those are always calculated into the dates. And we shot a lot of I think there's about like 15 days that we had a whole day, but then every other day we were constantly moving to
awful.
one to the exactly.
I mean, you try not to have any of those if you can.
So I think the 50 days, I mean, I wish we had 55 days, but you do what
that's
you
always
gotta
nicer.
do.
But the movie looks beautiful. It looks like a big budget movie.
Oh,
I mean, it is
Thank you.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
Our
team will definitely love to hear that.
Say that again?
The team will be definitely happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to another DGA Q&A. The Director's Cut is available wherever you listen to podcasts. And please share, subscribe, rate, and review. We'd love to hear your feedback, and you can help fellow film buffs find the show. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time. This podcast is produced by the Directors Guild of America